All right, hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm tucking the truck here perfectly.
All I ever do is work. I don't get no rest.
Man,
I
got
know
some video
first
footage.
night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble walk.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is. Oh shit!
Oh, red truck donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I swear the page goes live.
coming in. Currently, I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries. But I'm semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, but man, the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is the tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
All right, what's up, everybody? We jamming. It's okay to rock, man. It's Wednesday. We got blowing palm trees on the screen, man. Does it get any better than that? I love when palm trees blow sideways with coconuts hanging. All right, so we're gonna start out with Hunter today. Louie jumped right on my lap, so we're gonna have to show. It's a twofer today. It's BOGO Dog Day. We did Louie yesterday, so today we'll do Louie and Hunter. How's that? So this is Hunter. Everybody say hi to Hunter. Hi, everybody. I'm being very needy today. All right, so what's up, everybody? This is our Daily Brew little show we do in the mornings for several years now. Many years. There's Miss Shelly Ross. She helps me behind the scenes. We're streaming live here from Oldsmar, Florida. Sandwich between Tampa Bay and Clearwater. We talk about the tropics, and the Daily Brew is what we call it. What's brewing in the world, weather-wise, more than just tropics. We talk a lot about winter weather, definitely spring weather when we get into the tornado season. So yeah, you get a little bit of everything. The Daily Brew is like a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're going to get. Is my wife watching, Shelly? Did she actually join in? What's up, Jim Parker? What's up, Julie Young? Everybody likes you more than me, buddy. What's up, Whitney? Redneck Storm Chaser. I guess I could say that without getting in trouble, Shelly. I appreciate everybody getting those shirts, by the way. We sold a few. It's our 2022 slogan. Good news, too. Brew Crew, they get first shot. My hats came in, Shelly. The hat company called me today, and we're going to go buy one of these hats. I'm going to have them make some of the blue hats on our Redneck Storm Chaser with the red logo MWP, just like that. Old school trucker hat will be available soon. So if you want to be a Redneck Storm Chaser and have the official Redneck Storm Chaser hat, I'm probably going to get it embroidered on the back of the hat, Redneck Storm Chaser. So there you go. Make sure you get a shirt. It's our new motto. you're cool. And it's got a flag on it. Anything with a flag you got to get regardless, right? So we are officially Redneck Storm Chasers. So Shelly can throw the link on there maybe. And it's been fun. Been called a lot of things. I had a hyper this morning. What the heck was that? Did she delete the comment, Shelly? Because I had another lady today get on me pretty hard today. I was a little kind of shocked, actually. I'm like, what are you getting all upset about? She was mad that I shared a blob. If I don't share images of the blob, people are like, what the heck is that? So I tell people, don't worry about it. It's not tropical. If I don't, people see it and they're like, what is that? In fact, I'm talking about this blob right here. Let me see. This is that radar thing I added this year. We can zoom in on it. This is the blob that I showed this morning above my head. Why are you trying to scare people? Get a real job, she says. So maybe that'd be a good slogan. Maybe one day I'll get a real job. But anyway, that blob is nothing. It's right over Jamaica. We actually had people, Ian Campbell. I don't know how in the heck I remember your name out of a million people, but we actually have people from Jamaica that watch our little Daily Brew. So it's raining down in Jamaica right now. It's raining in Jamaica, buddy. What do you think about that, little Hunter? He doesn't know what to do. Freeze. They love the camera. Did you go, puppy? He's so cute. I love him. All right, we'll show Louie here in a second. But anyway, that's a blob. So we got upper level winds. I'm going to show you. It's really fascinating. Oh, heck, I'll show it to you now. Since we're talking. I go every which way but loose. What movie was that? I think that was the name of the movie. So this area right here is leftover upper level low right here. And that's just kind of firing this little area up. That's what's happening right now. So if you're wondering, it's not a blob. It's upper level disturbance. And there you go. So anyway, here's a big dog. We'll just show him for a minute. Oh, God, he's another good dog, too. So, yeah, we'll go back to the page. We're going to talk about the blobs and stuff here in a second. I guess we can leave up the current map here. Where the heck is it? I thought I had it up. There it is. All right, there's what we got. That's this morning's NHC map while we say hello. Hey, somebody just mentioned a police officer. Where's that at? Oh my God. Is it Chase Geiger? Is that how you pronounce it? Jody? Today is his birthday. That is awesome. Well, happy birthday. Is it Chas or Chase? Probably Chas, right? That's awesome. Well, you know what? I don't know which one. Which one? The big guy? Because the big guy is a big guy. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Oh, they were great. We talked a long, long time, man. It was cool. I was a little scared, I will admit. I turned my head and two officers were walking toward me. I'm like, crap, what did I do? I was trying to think what I did the night before. I'm like, did I do anything bad? They were cool, man. I got a get out of jail card. No, I didn't. Well, I kind of did. Maybe. Hopefully one day, if I ever get in trouble, somebody will say, hey, man, I'm a fan. Yeah, we had two cops in the pick, so one of the two. Oh, the big guy. Oh, that's cool. He's a big fan. He stopped by a couple years ago. He gave me his number, by the way. So the next time, I hope there's not, well, if there's a storm coming, then I'll be able to hook up with them and we can ride around in EOC and their cool amphibious machines and do all that stuff. So hopefully no storms. Everybody's got that feeling on the east coast of Florida, though, like, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't know. And in honor of our buddy, Justin Danger, listen, did you know look at Louis, he's camping out here. Wake up. The last time we've had an August without a storm was 1997. We have not had a storm-free month of August since 1997. And there's only been another one before that, 1961. I got a little cheat sheet I'm going to pull up here in a second. So we've only had, if we go through the rest of today without a named storm, There will have only been 3 months since record taking began. You know that, buddy? Hey, Louie, there's only been 3 years that we've had a name-free August in the tropics. 3 years. 1997 was the last one. What were you doing in 1997? Listening to MTV? All right. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Reggie King, yep, 1997. 1997. So anyway, that's it. And we're live on TikTok too. Hello, TikTok. I can't show anything. Sorry, guys. You don't have to watch, man. TikTok gets mad. It's just behind the scenes. Pointless. Get mad. I wish I could talk more on here. Once we get the stream going on TikTok, we'll be showing the cruise. So anyway, all right. So we're going to talk tropics. This is our Daily Brew, brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Obviously, our favorite adult candy store here in Florida. Got a TV commercial coming out with them real soon. Cannot wait to see it. Took about 6 hours to film a 30-second commercial. Unbelievable. What's up, Katie, over there? I see you at Birchfield. 1997, you were in Bosnia, Ken says. Wow. Lance, you're right. MTV was cranking. Jason, what's up? Good morning, Brian Elliott. What's up, John? Got a little shelf cloud action over there in the Caymans yesterday. I had a few people share that, actually, John. We have fellow Cayman Island folks watching our page, so you need to hook up with them. Good question. On the what was September and October like? I have that coming up. Those seasons that were slow. So anyway, all right. Here's what we got. So there's a current look at the tropics, and it looks active. Yeah, you know. I love headlines that say there's 3 areas to watch. Well, I mean, I don't know really who's watching this one. Obviously, we have. Is that the Azores? We talked about them last year. I don't want to sound more redneck stupider than I am. Stupider. Is stupider a word? But I believe those are the Azores. I think they are. We learned this last year, but we haven't talked about them all year, so I don't want to. Yeah, it's the Azores, right? Ponta Delgado. So anyway, all right. That's if you're in the. Is anybody here in the Azores? Ian, yeah, we just said hey to you, buddy. Yeah, it looks like that blob's gonna run out of rain. Any Azores in the house? What's up, Jim Bella? What's up, Levick? What's up there, Ramona from Lake Arthur? We know where that's at. Stacy from Melbourne. Mark, are you kidding me? There's no way. Are you really? That is amazing. But anyway, hey, this could come. It's not an Invest yet, so we don't have any spaghetti models, but we'll look at some long-range stuff for you. All right. So there's that. This was actually old Invest 92, and you can see it very well on satellite imagery right here. It is technically, is it straight due north? I don't even know. To tell you the truth. Yeah, it's the one north. It would be this one. There's actually another little upper level low right here. So there's that guy. Doesn't look like much. It's actually old Invest 92. Here's Invest 91, still sloppy. Here's the blob over Jamaica that's nothing. Here's the wave that's got a lot of dry air. Look at that dry. Where the heck is all this dry air coming from this year? Only God knows why. Kid Rock said it best. All right, so there's that. So really, this one here is expected to go north into dry air, cold water, fizzle out. There's really not much going on. TikTok closed. That's okay. I got to stop streaming on TikTok. Everybody gets mad over there. I can't take the anger. Tyler just asked a question. Why is another Azores? Oh my God, you guys are rocking, man. That's great. We'll show you here in a second. It's all your faults up there. Why the season's all messed up. We have all this dry air, So people have been really frustrated. What the heck's happening with our season, right? It was expected to be above average. Let me tell you, preseason averages were based a lot on water temperatures and La Nina. And those two factors alone do not make a hurricane season. And what has happened is we've had a tremendous amount of dry air, this yellow, all season long. That and dust. African dust, the Saharan air layer, and this dry air has just been unprecedented in the main development region all season long. So that's one factor that was not in the equation for an above average season. This has been here the whole season. The other thing that's really fascinating is we've had these lingering fronts. If you follow my post, I must have said lingering front a bazillion times this year. We have had nothing but lingering fronts this whole season. And they weaken our Bermuda high. Sometimes these end up going over here and create, multiple high areas, and storms end up doing what they're kind of doing. That happened late last season too. So these lingering fronts and what also these lingering fronts do is it brings in a lot of wind shear and dry air sometimes into the Gulf. So it's just been a wacky upper air pattern year. The water temps are there, but this upper level, all this disturbance wasn't predicted. It can't be predicted because it changes. This is that upper level low here that was over here. We watched it trek all last week, and it ends up right here now. It's bringing in dry air into Florida today. This is dry air coming into Florida, and a lot of this is wrapping around, and this is going to induce a lot of dry air here that Invest 91 has to go through. So big questions on Invest 91 in the short term because there's an awful lot of dry air ahead of it and wind shear. So here are your latest spaghetti models. These just came out. This is for Invest 91. I'll leave these up here for a second. Everybody's upset. So current MJO, John, actually it was in an enhanced stage for a while. But the upper level winds are ruling as far as dry, dusty air. Anyway, so Mark, great question, man. Mark says, does the NHC change your forecast? They're going to have to, man. I mean, we're going to have to reduce the storm names. Got to. And we're on pace. Not only the month of August, our last named storm was July 3rd. That is some record, 61 days or so, 62. I don't know. I think in 1 or 2 days, we're going to break the all-time record for the longest streak of no-name storms. Our last time we had a named storm was Colin, July 3rd. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. All right, so I'm going to stop reading. I'm going to go into talking weather, and we got coffee ready to go. We got our Mathnasium cup. Emily is rocking math. Thanks to our friends at Mathnasium here, Countryside here, located by my house. They got Emily from an F, maybe an A. She's actually digging math, man. Never thought I'd see the day. And to be a meteorologist, kids, 80% I hear is math. So you got to know your math. I was terrible in math. I thought I was going to be an engineer until I went to calculus, and the book was about that thick. So I ended up going into marketing. That's why I can't make forecasts. I just make redneck storm chaser shirts. That's what I do. I'm a marketing guy. Like the lady told me today, get a real job. I'm like, okay, thanks for letting me know. So much anger. All right. So these are your latest spaghetti models. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. We love tropicaltidbits.com. Levi, he used to be a big weather blogger back in the day on Weather Underground and shared so much wisdom. Now he's a big doctorate, PhD, working for the National Hurricane Center, Natural Weather Service. I'm not sure which division, but he's an awesome dude, man. And he recently got engaged, and he lets me share his stuff on his site, which is great. We love him. So anyway, here's the latest models. When we say recurve, this is what a recurve basically, and look at Bermuda. I feel bad the other day I posted some models. I feel good for Bermuda. at one time, as the models have shown all year, they SUCK. I don't know if I could say that or not. But the good news is for Bermuda, I had to share it a couple days ago that the models were going close to you. I had to share it, but the trend has been now to the south of you. A hard right 90-degree turn. Putting on the brakes, doing a little drifting. And so there you go, recurve. Now, a couple things to think about. The UK, I don't know what the heck the UK is thinking about. The UK is the outlier of the bunch. This the blue line is the UK has always been trend. Now, the UK last year was not a very good model. Now this year, all the models aren't good models. But we'll keep an eye on the UK. The only thing, a lot of guys, Brian Norcross brought it up again today. Let's take a look at it while we chit chat about the what ifs. If you're a what ifer, that believe. Oh, it's Invest 93 now, by the way. That means I'm not even going to update the website. I will because of it. Yeah, I will. Let's take a look. Let's go because we have our Azor friends. Now I'm motivated. There you go. Well, even it's supposed to fizzle out. So it looks like it's going to stay north of our friends in the Azores. But I'll update the website because I got nothing else to do. So there you go. Invest 93. Now it's Invest 93. All right. So yesterday we saw two distinct blobs. This is weathernerds.org. We're going to take a look at it. Still an elongated center, but it's starting to dominate the northern blob the last several hours. So it does appear that the northern blob, the lower blob is going to wrap up around into it. Typically that's what they do actually. Upper blobs usually win, blah, 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 blah. But this is it. This is what we got. If this thing stays weak, let's zoom out. This is what a few people are discussing. The what ifs. Not hyping anything. Just, weaker systems go west. And this would be the only chance this thing goes into any of our island friends or even potentially Bahamas or Florida. Development's expected once it passes the Lesser Antilles into the Western Atlantic. It is expected. We do have a big cold front coming down Labor Day weekend. It's going to actually linger. And I posted earlier, not only is Texas getting rain now, they're expected to get a lot of rain next week. So the only chance this thing really has, if people are wondering if it's going to get over here, is it would have to be very, very weak, maybe even break apart a little bit. But it's got a lot of wind shear. I mean, there's a big question mark what's going to happen here. There's an awful lot of dry air and wind shear it's got to go through. So sneaky little system. Sometimes we'll track west more than the models say, but we got to, we go 100% on the models all the time. Look at this lingering front, man. It's incredible. These frontal boundaries have just been staggering all year long. Now, next week, before I forget, look at that. I had to share that one. I'm going to do a coffee break now since I had this up. This was shared to me. Actually, our friends at the Buford Chalkboard shared this. Hurricane forecasters showing their predictions. It's probably this year's the best year to show this one because the hurricane models have been all over the place. Rhonda May is making up a song list. Yeah, I do have a lot of information on the typhoon overseas. I just posted it on my page with links to Levi's site. Mark, yes. All you got to do, I got a link right below here. And for those wondering real quick, the best place, again, Tropical Tidbits. And if you go to current storms, it pops right up there. It's 94 actually, or 12 actually, 12W. And he's got a page. This is the official forecast center overseas. But it's right now currently, what was the last, it's been hovering around a category 5 equivalent. I don't know what the current one is. Oh, it says 125 it might be peaking. They're expecting it to weaken some. 125 knots right now. It's wave height's 46. But the spaghetti models, they're all on Levi's site here. There's really not a lot of global models showing it, but this is the GFS. So there you go. Hopefully the GFS can be used overseas a little better. Here are the Ensemble plot. It is going to slowly turn south and then turn up. So there you go. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit more at the end. But anyway, there's our predictions this year. Thought that was funny. Save that one for down the road. And again, there's the current spaghetti models that just came out. These are your 12Z spaghetti models. All right, so real quick. This is interesting, little tidbit here. We're going to show you this. Oh, this is a graphic. I'm going to make a graphic after our little show here. It is a graphic. Okay. So, 1997 was the last time that we've had a hurricane, tropical storm, tropical depression free August. What happened after that? Guess what? Nothing. we had a Cat 3 hurricane that came out of nowhere called Erica, and I believe it didn't do any harm. We can look at that again. But this is the point. This was August, the last time, 1997, that we've had a hurricane or a named storm-free August was 1997. And what happened after that? We only had 1, 2, 3. Tropical storm, and Erica. Now, Erica, let's take a look real quick. Erica, I believe I read on it, was harmless, I believe. Yes, it was. So there was Erica. Got close to the islands, Virgin Islands, 1997. So there was only 3 named storms after a slow August in 1997. And one of them was a Category 3. Doesn't look like it affected anybody in the Virgin Islands. Maybe got close. Got close to the Azores. But that was it. Now, the only other time we had a named free August was 1961. I wasn't even born yet. Now look at this difference. This is very eye-opening. So for those of you that want an active season still, 1961, we had 2 named storms prior to August. This is 61. Zero storms in August. We only had 2 storms leading up to August. So in the month of August, we were only on the... they didn't even name the unnumbered one. So we only had 1 storm, Anna. But look what happened after we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 systems after a slow August. So this kind of goes to show. And Betsy was a Category 4, Carla Category 4, Debbie Category 1, Esther Category 5. So after a slow August, we had 4 hurricanes, and then Francis. So we actually had 5 hurricanes in August. We had Hattie Category 5 in late October. We got to do some digging here. What the heck's up with that? What the heck was Hattie? Where did it go? Hurricane Hattie. Ooh, it actually hit land. This was a Category 5. Didn't hit the U.S. This is late October. That was a big one. Yeah, that's rare for October. Usually these get pulled up north. So yeah, that was a strong one. It reached 165 mile an hour winds in October 27th. So October 27th, 1961, we had 165 mile an hour storm. That is massive. So it can happen. Like I said, there was a bunch of storms. We had Betsy was a Category 4. Oh, Betsy hit the U.S. I'm sorry for not being... Oh, no, Betsy didn't. Oh, this is great. This has got them all right here. Betsy did not. Carla did. Winds were 145. Now, somebody out here remembers Carla. It looks like it hit Texas. 1961. Anybody remember Hurricane Carla? Carla was a 145 mile an hour storm, September 3rd to September 13th. It Texas reached gusts as high as 170. Port Lavaca, where that's at. So anyway, Galveston. The tornado hit Galveston. Ooh, man. Several tornadoes were spawned. An EF4 tornado was spawned from Hurricane Carla and hit Galveston. An F4. 200 buildings severely damaged. Wow. That was 1961. So anyway, Hurricane Debbie was out there. Didn't hit anybody. Then we had Hurricane Esther, like we mentioned. So anyway, 1961, we had no August storms, but we had a really busy September, October. 1997, we had a slow August, and we didn't have anything after that. So which one are we going to get? We're going to get one or two. We're either going to get, it was like Chuck Woolery. We talked about the dating game yesterday, right? Do you want what's behind door number one? Well, actually, they didn't have doors in the dating game. They had girls and boys. Do you want contestant number one be in 1997, or do you want contestant number two, 1961? They're complete polar opposites. All right, so there you go. Here's the information I just posted on our typhoon. Let me pull this up real quick. Take a little coffee break. Here's our Texas rains. All right, so this little map I posted earlier. You guys are talking history. Look at that. I love it. Look at that. Jerry Owen. Oh, took your roof off. I'm not trying to be excited about you all getting hit. I just excited that we had fans that... Bruce, you got a great point, man. The CMC used to be called constant... They made a joke, constantly making canes. I think the CFS and the Icon are still digging. Shelly just wrote digging, so I said dig. I still think the Icon and CMC are pretty good. Morning, Yo Hell. What's up, buddy? Can't wait. Drink some rum with you. Got another cruiser coming. Who's going on the cruise? Who loves cruising? Let's go. March. Get it on. Get her done. Oh, okay. So here's the Texas rains coming. Dale, contestant number 3. And there was, I love them. Remember the Gong Show? God, that was hilarious. I remember Let's Make a Deal. It was so fun watching people try to find stuff in their purses. Like, you got a toothpick? I don't know. It was so weird. I just love that kind of stuff. I should watch it while I work. I got like, I'm not as good as Shelly. I got 2 big monitors. She's got like 5 monitors. I should find old game shows and play. My all-time favorite was Bob Barker, man. My old man. I just love Bob Barker. Monica, Allison, what are you all waiting on? We got the ultimate Monday through Friday cruise in March. The Mike's Weather Page cruise, man. Going to Coco Cay. And holy cow, man, we got happy hour parties. I'm doing a hurricane seminar on a ship. Anybody in the industry, insurance claims, whatever, it could technically be, possibly a business trip, because we're going to give away a nice hurricane preparedness certificate for 2023. You can say credited by, even though if you read our fans, I'm should get a real job, but the stuff that comes out of my mouth is accredited. Bob Barker's 99. Are you kidding me, Sean Hunter? Oh. And Saturday, oh, you got 4, Shelly. Oh, Saturday is gonna. Hey, what's up, cousin Jeannie? How you doing? How's Betty doing? Dad's doing pretty good. I'm gonna go there and have coffee with him here in a little bit. I didn't go yesterday. They took their nap. I told them to wait, take your nap. Becky, come on. We leave the light on for you. I can't believe it was a year ago. We were in our beach house up there in Mexico Beach. I actually emailed the lady, Sylvia, this now actually. I just can't believe it was a year ago, Labor Day, we were up there. And that was an amazing trip for me. I got to meet so many locals up there at Mexico Beach. Mike, I think it's the name, with Seafood Place. The little bar was phenomenal. It was so amazing meeting locals and having them share their stories. And the one thing about storms, man, it brings communities together. I mean, you know, you feeling that community bonding, I guess you could say, what they went through. It really makes you love your town, I think, even more. Does anybody agree? Like, if you've had to go through a hurricane, a direct hit, have you found that your community comes a little tighter now because you've all went through something together? You know, that's just the feeling I've got now going to these little towns and places that were unfortunately hit with storms. So yeah, that was a year ago. I can't believe it. I'd love to make a trip back, actually. That's what I was emailing her. The rumor was our rental house, they added a pool. So I'm thinking, maybe I should take the kids up there for a weekend again. Little Sarah keeps saying, we going to the beach house? We going to the beach house? She just loved the beach house. So this is Texas. Yeah, Shelly got motion sickness. I didn't get motion sickness. Heck, man. You got to be a veteran. All right, so what's happening in the weather world? So tropics. Let's look at all the models first, because we are a tropical site. I've had a lot of people ask me, "Hey, man, we love your site. Do you do anything winter?" Yeah, I love winter. I love spring. There's more weather to talk about in the winter and spring than there is this tropical season. I don't know what we've done these shows 3 times a week. There's always storms and snow, and right now things are kind of quiet. All right, so we're gonna look at all the models here. This is Tropical Tidbits again. So what we're gonna focus on is a couple things. If you remember last week, the GFS was spitting out those hurricanes left and right. That's kind of the blob over my head right now, believe it or not. It's kind of connected to that whole tropical juice that the 31st and 1st, if you remember that time frame, the GFS was showing some sort of development down in the around the Yucatan and Cuba, and it's not going to happen. So even the NHC had a 20% circle down there for a long time, and I'm sure they were going off the GFS. Not going to happen. But what is going to happen is a lot of rain. So we got a lot of things I'm going to show you right now real quick, because then we'll do it all together. So this is Invest 91. We're going to watch it do that. We're going to watch for a funnel line that's going to come down and really juice things up all next week here. This little guy should do that and dissipate. Then we got a questionable little wave coming off of here. Now, I'm not going to hype anything. Oh, then we got our 93 now that's going to probably go north of the Azores. Notice everything's doing this. That's because the Bermuda high is non-existent right now. Totally non-existent right now. All right, so going back to this little guy, just to show you support for this little guy, you're going to see on the models, the new Global Tropics Hazards map just came out today, and I do like this map. A lot of people ask me questions about it. You got to look at the key down here, and all we're worried about is red, really. So dark red is our Invest 91 for this week. The one coming behind it is the wave that's coming off of Africa now. But they are showing for next week. Next week. It's always like that. Next week. Next week. Next week. Next week. We could have another wave to watch. But at this point in the game, if it's a game, it is a game. The models are trolling us. But we're going to see this pop up on the GFS or the Euro, and we're going to see it pop up on the CMC pretty strong. So that's what we're going to talk about now. So here's the models. Let's take a looky. And look, I keep forgetting to bring this bag. Oh, I got 2 things to show. I missed our show and tell sessions. So I bought a bag of, has anybody had these things? Look. Beaver nuggets. I've been meaning to take these to my mom and dad. I bought them on my trip y'all know we went on. So I'm finally going to remember to take them. And I don't know where we were eating at the other day. I don't know where we're at. But they had this. And I fell in love. If you like hot sauce, hot stuff, They sell it at Publix. It is amazing. Just telling you. I've never seen, we were at some restaurant, and Julie brought it home yesterday. I was like a little kid, man. I'm like, oh, you found it. I was so excited. I want to make something just to put it on. I want to go make a hot dog and just dip it in there. No bun, just dip my dog in sriracha. All right, so here's what we got cooking. Euro. There's our 91, staying weak. Now notice the Euro does not give this much love at all. 10, 11. We probably are going to get Danielle on that storm way the heck up, like by middle Atlantic, almost parallel to Maine. So I wouldn't be surprised if Danielle ends up sneaking everybody and forms from this Invest 93 to our north. There you go. So everybody was focused on Invest 91. Let me show you the Euro is just as bad as the GFS, because 3 days ago, the Euro had a 950 hurricane near Bahamas or Bermuda. Well, no, the day before it had it down in the Bahamas. It's been everywhere. But now, at least, let me show you what it's showing. Very weak system crossing over all that dry air and shear. Notice our new system off of Africa shooting northwest also. You know why? Because we have this weakness right here. There's a weakness, and this is following the weakness. What they do. That's what happened late last year after Ida. It seemed like everything was a weakness out here. So that we could be. I mean, we could see a pretty strong hurricane way north. That would be so weird. That would be a name killer. Danielle would end up being way the heck up here. Hey, not to be making light of it, but it could get a little close to the Azores. Hey, look at this. I'm glad. I hope you all stayed around. I told you we'd look. But the Euro's getting awfully close. Very interesting, man. Time frame would be Monday, Tuesday. If you're in the Azores, listen. Hey, Loretta Reed. Good morning. That's right. Thanks, Shelly, for all you do. It's been 1 year for our brew crew, and Shelly did an awesome job helping getting that going. Good morning, Alexis. So yeah, Azores, look at this. Back to home. All right, so here's Tuesday. This is Monday, Tuesday. All right, so there's 4 things to look at. This is Invest 93 that could be getting close, could be a hurricane. This is our Invest 91 that is remaining weak. This is next Tuesday, right here, Tuesday. Here's that African wave that's marked now, and this is the new guy that could be a little more of a lowrider that we're going to watch next week. So there could be 4 little things out there next Monday, Labor Day. I mean, we could have 4 things. We could have Danielle. We could have E. We could have F. I don't even know what the heck. What's the name after Danielle? We have Earl and Fiona. So Earl's next and Fiona. So we got Danielle. We could have Danielle, Earl, and Fiona. And then Gaston. And then Hermine. So there's that. Let's take a looky. So notice the Euro, 1,004 millibar south of Bermuda. This is 10 days out. This is next Friday. And here's that lowrider. So we could have another system brewing next week. This is next Thursday, next Friday. So Invest 91, the Euro is keeping consistent on keeping it weak, maybe south of Bermuda. Possibly a new system brewing off of Africa next week. And there's our leftover system now. This little guy here, if you're curious, is this guy. This one. So most models have this going up here and not doing anything. This one could get awfully close to the Azores. This one's probably going to stay south, and then we have a new one here. Now, there are some ensembles saying there's some low stuff happening here I'm going to show you. But as far as the main models run, that's 10 days out. 986. I mean, we could be looking at a, decent system next week if it holds true. But we know how the models have been. But it is showing up. All right. So there's that. Latest Canadian model. Canadian hadn't been that bad this year. Weak system Friday. Got to pass through a lot of rough conditions. There's our Africa system shooting off northwest. Here's our Invest 93 now. That's going to be getting close to the Azores. Now the Canadian just had it fizzle out. And here we go. Canadian model. This is next Wednesday. A little south of Bermuda. Close enough to keep watching. I don't feel bad posting that now because it's the same time frame. That's pretty close now. 979. Getting close to Bermuda. A little south. Remember I got a sty, by the way. At least it's not red eye. I jinxed myself yesterday. I think I mentioned it yesterday. So it's a little bit to the east of Bermuda. Now here's that new wave coming. This is the one that's a little interesting. But the only thing to note is this: lots of blue, which means very weak high. And according to this pattern, it would have a better likelihood of going up than it would over, unless high was to develop behind it. But just to put it out there, that's next week on the CMC, and this is next week on the Euro right here. So same spot, Euro and Canadian. So there's two models, really good support. We could have something. Let's take a look at the almighty GFS. All right, so here's Saturday, week. All three spots the same. It really turns it south of Bermuda. Could be a hurricane though, 964. That's pretty strong, but look at that. It just does a 180. Boop, boop, and then it doesn't even show. Next Friday, it doesn't even show what the Canadian and the Euro are showing. So, terrible GFS. All right, and then the Icon. I love the Icon. Here's what the Icon's got. The German model. German model, Friday, Saturday, developing system. There's Invest 93. There's the African wave. 3 little birds. Doesn't really do much with that Invest 93. It does develop Invest 91. And it does start to point it towards Bermuda here in a little bit of turn. Remember yesterday we were saying the Icon is a terrible path model because it had it over here, but now it's actually Icon does this in time. It actually starts to catch up to everybody else. But that's 951. So we got 3 models showing a potential hurricane with this Invest 91. Euro is the only one not showing it. The Euro is actually really good on upper pattern winds, and it might be seeing a lot of shear or something. I don't know. But 3 models are showing potential hurricane. And everybody's 50-50 on this Invest 93 going towards the Azores. So that's that. The UK. I wonder if I still got this old school FSU page. I do. I don't think the UK is on it though. Remember this one? This used to be the original one. Here's the Ensemble mean. Let's take a look at that. Remember this one? Back in the day? This is what we used to use. This is all we had. It was it's all we had. It was old school. I think Dennis used to use this one a lot. There's a Canadian model south of Bermuda. So, all right, let's take a look at some ensembles. All right, we're gonna talk about this Texas rain next. I promise. All right, so weathernerds.org has some great ensembles, and I like them a lot. So let's take a look at that. Oh man, see it's 6Z. I gotta remember that. If you get stuck on the 6Z run, you can click the 00Z up top, and you'll get the longer loops. So here are the current Euro ensembles. Remember yesterday we had a couple weak ones. Still have a couple weak ones over here. Only a couple. Weaker systems tend to go west. So, like I said, outside shot, anything gets developed here, but you just keep that in the back of your mind. You know, if this thing gets tore up it could become a weak wave and possibly just kind of drift over here and then maybe have a chance. That's a very outside possibility, but it's still showing up on the euro. Majority of the euros turning it. Here is Bermuda. So if you're a euro fan, most all the models are south of Bermuda. GFS, the only reason we show it is because it's there. And there you go. Most of them go south of Bermuda. You got a couple little weak ones here, but that's what you got. We can look at the UK ensembles. I like this site. We rediscovered it yesterday. So we can click on UK ensembles, and there's really not even a lot. These are all your UK ensembles. Yeah, there's a couple going west. Here's your GFS. We just showed all them. You know, there's a few going west. See, I mean, not 100% on it. You never say never in the tropics. Anytime. Even Brian Norcross mentioned that this morning. Anytime you have a weak system, Mike says he's gonna buy a chainsaw. Hey, we got an adult site on the YouTube side. Send me the link, Shelly. I see you, Yoel. St. Pete Beat saying, hey, what's up, David A? David A. Paul Thompson, good question. I think, does Publix hand out hurricane maps? Some do. I've seen them. Vinyl. I love old vinyl, man. Labor Day weekend for Texas. A lot of rain, Aspen. Tabasco's getting a lot of rain. What's up, Mary? Good morning. Welcome to the circus. So here's your GFS. All right, so again, you know, we're just watching this Invest 91 in real time. Majority of models are south of Bermuda with a recurve. However, you just never know. It's got a lot of dry air and shear it's got to pass through. This is some of your GFS ensembles. Some of your Euro ensembles are here. And you can see a couple of them go a little weak west. Navy, I don't even really show them. Well, Navy's curving like everybody else. Canadian ensembles. So, it's enough that the folks of Bahamas should still always be watching. Nothing's changed. Weaker systems go west, and you know there's always that outside chance the models have to adjust. And it's not like we have not seen that before. So for now, it's just got to go through some horrific conditions ahead. Here's that shear. This is an old school map, but basically right here is a lot of wind shear it's got to pass through first. And not only does it have wind shear, it's got dry air too. This is a lot of dry air fixing to come down right here. Yellow is dry air. So Invest 91 has got a lot to get through to get to here. Some of the winds are showing you it's still elongated from yesterday, but it is trying to establish a center. But even the 850 now looks terrible again. And every time it looks like it's getting a center, it just doesn't get one. It's terrible. Ugly. You ugly. I guess surface-wise, it is the best sign of any circulation is that top blob. Just terrible looking. It's got it. Who's to say it even makes it through the other side? You know, look at this frontal line. It's so wild seeing these frontal lines through Florida. We got a frontal line. All right, so let's talk about what's happening rain-wise. Let me drink some coffee. What are y'all talking about? I love Publix. My wife's been there 35 years, man. Bless her heart. Dale, it almost looks like 2. You're right. I thought yesterday we might see a possible center relocation. But it's just sloppy, man. Let's just leave this up right now. It's really the only game in town. And the top blob is definitely dominating the bottom blob. It's like Louie and Hunter. Louie overtook Hunter. It's a redneck blob, Jason. I'm okay being called. I love rednecks. I love Hank Jr. and Leonard Skinner. Hey, Trent Hogg. Good morning, man. Emily, I know you're not with Eastlake. I think you told me that, but she told me the whole school's. Hey, buddy, come here. Let's say hi to everybody. She said the whole school's sick right now. She's got a cold. I remember going to school that first week. Everybody got sick. That was part of life. I think every Labor Day weekend I was sick watching Jerry. The hell was his name? Jerry Lee Lewis, right? Was that the telethon? Jerry Lewis? Not Jerry Lee. It's Jerry Lewis, right? Jerry Lewis telethon. I remember that. Muscular dystrophy telethon. My dad used to volunteer down there actually and do the phone calls one time. His bank. Back in the day. I remember Hurricane Elena back in the day, Labor Day weekend. How many of y'all remember Hurricane Elena? Do you remember Hurricane Elena? You did a good boy. You always put your head up. You're so proud. What's up, Nancy Weldy? How you doing? Kenneth from St. Pete. I love St. Pete. I love taking the boat down to the pier. St. Thomas, Tyler, I'd be watching. I mean, it would not be developed. Well, I hate to say definitives like that, but very unlikely it'd be developed by the time it got to you guys in St. Thomas. It could just be a rainmaker. It's going to take time to develop after it passes through all this rough conditions ahead. Oh, Mary loves you. I'm telling you. Got you, Trent. Yep. The kids are always sick. Go Rays, man. They looked good last night. Put your hands down like this. You look cute like that. Yeah, we're trying to market the dogs, man. I'm telling you. You know, I'm telling you, Louis or Hunter could be the official dog of Celsius or Red Bull. My buddy John and family, we love you guys. We got to get Celsius on board. But I have Red Bull being mailed to me, so I don't care. What's up, J. Peck? Tyler, yeah, buddy, I'm watching for you, man. Emily, appreciate that. Yeah, she's toughing it out, though. I'm proud of her. The poor girl, oh my goodness. So she got a little stress fracture in her foot. She's doing 100%. Then she went to a camp this week. She went to St. Leo, broke her fingernail, like half of it ripped off. She said it was bleeding the whole time she's out there trying to perform. And if you follow, Sarah had her whole nail ripped off. So Emily thinks it's karma because she's the one that slammed Sarah's door. And she's like, I think it was karma. And on top of that, she's sick. So she looked pretty darn good playing ball, but she was wore out. So hopefully she gets better. La Nina right now, Sean, very strong. How you doing, Sean? Very, very high probability that La Nina is going to stretch into the winter. Jessica, hey, thanks for that. Good to have you, Jessica Ingalls. Any relation to Laura Ingalls? Well, it's not really Ingles. So anyway, that's what we're watching. We'll see what she's got. It'll be an interesting couple days ahead. All right, so what is going on past that? We got to talk about what's going on weather world. So I always kind of go to these maps here. I love these old school maps. And what is this telling you? All right, so here's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right. Frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line. All right, let's all say it together. Frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line. Frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line, frontal line. Said it all year. Frontal line, frontal line. The year of the lingering frontal lines. I'm telling you. Unbelievable. So what's that mean? It means this. A lot of rain expected to come. Now, I really worried about posts. Let me there it is right here. I didn't really want to post this, but this is a really good model. This is a blend of all precipitation maps. And it's predicting a lot of rain through a week from Saturday. This is a 10-day rain map. Probably, I don't know. I'm not going to say probably not going to happen, but when you have a lingering front last all week, and the other thing that's happening, so, and most of this rain starts on Saturday. Let's talk about it real quick. So the rains for Texas really start to begin on the weekend and start heavy there. Now we got rain right now. We have this happening today and tomorrow. So I'm kind of like fast forwarding like the event. This is now. We got rains. This is totally happening today. Lots of rain, South Texas, Western Texas. The same tomorrow. But what I'm showing you is what's coming after this. And I lost my dang spot now. Not that one. There it is. All right. So these are 24-hour models. Rain. And this, oh man, how are you kidding me? All right, they're loading now. What happened to them? Where did they go? They didn't all load yet. Come on. I hate it when this does it. Maybe 11Z ran. Trying. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, Forrest. You can do it. It's trying. Whatever. Total precip always works the best. All right, so let's go to Texas. All right, so here's your rains today. Obviously, heavy rains. This is rainfall through Friday. So we'll stop at Friday. So most of your rains from now until Friday are going to be central western parts. But what happens when we get to Saturday and Sunday? Watch this buildup of rain start happening. This is rainfall through Monday. 3 inches already showing up. 4 inches through Monday. We get into Tuesday. It just starts coming. It just doesn't stop. And by a week from Saturday, we could have some places, nearing double digits for the week. And this is all from that lingering front. Sometimes the Euro does really good. Let's take a look at the Euro as far as cumulative rains. So just something to pay attention to for the week. Could be a lot of rain across that upper Gulf, especially Texas, as we have that frontal line. And Texas, oh man, Texas is really showing it. Check this out. So like I said, that model is going to be bouncing around a lot. But look, this is your rainfall through a week from Friday. Obviously, you're a little higher, but anything purple is double digits. So it could be a wet week, Texas, from a lingering front. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I got to say. That's a forest line, too. We should do a whole Daily Brew just quoting forest lines. All right, so this came out. I really don't know what the heck's showing up here, to tell you the truth. None of the models are showing it, but putting it out there. Oh, what I did want to show is this. The reason Texas is getting a lot of rain, not only are we getting that lingering front, there are signs that we could see a crossover from a tropical system in the Pacific that I've been kind of curious about. So it's not 100%, but we're starting to see signs that we could see some crossover juice coming up from the Pacific that's aiding to this end of the week rainfall next week. And I'm going to show you the ensembles here in a second. But you can kind of see that. Just follow this little guy, for example. This is the September 4th, Sunday. Watch it kind of turn up, and some of that gets pulled back down into the Gulf. So a lot of this rain up until next week is actually not only that lingering front, but it's also some juice from the Pacific side, which is really interesting. We go to the ensembles for the Euro, and we're starting to see that pop into play for the following week. So we'll go to Gulf of Mexico. And like I said, it's not really showing anything tropical, but curiosity, you're starting to see little lines here, and that's basically some juice coming up possibly through here and throughout the week. So, I have a feeling this year is going to be the year of homegrown systems, honestly. I think every year we get a little pop-up system. Like, where'd that come from? So maybe we'll have a little juice in the Gulf next week from this lingering front. Lingering fronts can definitely start up tropical systems. So that's what we got there. Outside, I wanted to mention that. I'm glad I didn't forget. Because, like I said, I spend the mornings, a lot of time in the mornings looking at stuff and patterns and try to get a good handle on what's happening in the world so I can sound half smart, half redneck. Tropical Atlantic, and we'll look at SpaghettiOs. Here are your ensembles for Monday, Labor Day. There's our potential storm brewing here. So if you're curious, Monday would be somewhere, if it went a little south, it could be, the islands. Hey, I got a question. Remember the other day we set the Alexa alarm for everybody? I forgot to turn mine off. So I don't know about you, but does anybody else's Alexa go off now at 9:19 in the morning? Because right when I'm getting things ready to click, all of a sudden my Alexa over in the kitchen starts going off at 9:19. Because we did that like a week ago. And I'm always like, what is that? And it's like, oh, it's Alexa. So, all right. So these are kind of hard to read sometimes. But as we get later, in the period next week, like I said, we can start getting some juice popping up over here, little low pressure areas the following weekend. But there's really nothing to talk about, really. I mean, we could talk about this new wave off of Africa that's showing up. I can't even, we can't even get models to replicate 3 days in a row, let alone 10 days from now. But 10 days from now, there's that wave right there. We'll see. And here's what I'm talking about. This is a good, I can't go back to the maps. I can't do it. Well, I can go on Levi's site. Let's show you let's show you how bad even the euro has been. All right. This really bothers me. We don't have any model this year that has been consistent this year, and I've never seen nothing like it. So a couple of 00Zs ago, I think it was the 27th, maybe, I don't know, 28th. I'm going to fast forward. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, there it is. All right. So on the 28th, 3 days ago, the euro was having Invest 91 all the way to the Bahamas and stopping right there. That was 3 days ago. The euro was showing that right there. Low pressure. Really close to Florida. 3 days ago. Fast forward to the 12Z run. That was interesting. Now, this model was just 3 days ago. It was showing a hurricane stalling out almost over the Bahamas, really close to Florida. The euro. The almighty euro. Then overnight, the euro does that. Totally. Whoa. 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 So it flipped 180 in a 12-hour model run shift. It went from Bahamas to possibly Bermuda as a 952 hurricane. And this run was just 2 days ago. So we've seen in a period of 36 hours, we had storm here, and then all of a sudden here. This tells you how bad it's been. All right, and then 12Z on Monday almost dissipates it. Look. So it goes from this in a 12-hour period. This is how bad the euro is. Now, last year the euro was bad too. And I'm going to say it. I hated the euro last year. It was terrible. So in 12 hours, it went from a 952 hurricane possibly hit Bermuda. The next run completely dissipated it. Well, that was actually the 30th. It came back on the 30th. But boom. So hurricane to that in 12 hours. So that's what I'm saying, man. The models are terrible. Now the current model says this. Still curve. The curve's showing up. Big hard right turn. Like, what the heck's going on there? But that's the current. So my wisdom and experience doing this is this. We have a very weak system fixing to cross over very hostile conditions. And who even knows if it's going to survive that, honestly. So we really don't know anything until it gets about right here. So we just have to wait. It's got to cross over all this dry air and shear, and we'll see what it does. That's that. And like I said, the information on the overseas typhoon is on Tropical Tidbits. I shared it. This is Invest 93 now. I'm going to put some information on that because we have some friends over in the Azores, which is cool. And that's that. That's that. Okay? All right. So that's it. I tried to get back on Twitter verified. Didn't happen, so I'm going to take this off. They actually added, make sure you put a link on your site that says official Twitter account for Tropical Update. Didn't work. 50,000 though. 51,000. So welcome everybody on Twitter. Thank you so much for hitting 51,000. YouTube, we're almost up to 20,000, I think. Don't forget to nominate your veteran in Florida, guys, by the way. Yeah, we are streaming live. I don't even know what we got. But anyway, Universal Roofing Contracting, good friends of ours, they're giving away a roof to a veteran. They're going to pull the winner and announce it on Veterans Day. So anybody in Florida that would like to nominate a veteran for a free roof, definitely head over to Universal Roofing Contracting. And while you're over there, schedule that free roof inspection because they're very well known, very reputable company that is veteran owned and operated. Great people, but they'll check out your roof for you for nothing. Very big in Orlando market, Tampa market, and Jacksonville areas. So give them a call, and if you need any type of roofing work done, they're great people. And once again, I appreciate everybody picking up their redneck Storm Chaser shirt. Even my mom. My mom wants one. Hey, Mom. She wants one. So. And you guys talk about hot dogs. I love it. I love hot dogs. Mary, you're welcome. Bedtime. I would love to do the bagman. All right, so we're going to see what 12 zoos. Hey, Barbados getting some bad weather? Big show, bigs. Not yet. I don't think you are you? I don't think you should be yet. Not yet. It's coming. That Invest 90. So, again, Invest 90 is very blobbish. So you might get some of the bottom side of Invest 90. Can't wait for the hat. I'm going to work on the hat. I got to go to the hat place. I almost forgot that. 919. Yeah, it was a funny story. Bus schedule over the years kept getting pushed back. And I tried to do 905 for a while because I grew up TBS, Thought that was so cool that everything on TBS was 905. I thought it was brilliant because you flip channels and you don't find anything. I used to get excited as a kid because you could jump over to WTBS and not miss anything because it was 5 minutes behind. It was brilliant. And I watched the Braves on there back in the day. I used to come home from school and watch the Braves and the Cubs, right? WGN. Those days of growing up, man. I remember laying on the floor in the living room of Mom and Dad's watching the Braves and the Cubs. Went to school watching the Bozo Show, the Grand Prize Game. Cookie. That was the other name of the clown. Remember Cookie? Yeah, so we'll keep rambling on. Hey, Chris Crowder. What's up? I have another friend in Chris. I have a Chris Crowder buddy over here that's not from the UK. He lives in Daytona Beach. Hopefully the shuttle. So, man, Shelly brought up a really interesting point that she lives over that way. Saturday, beach day, huge. Artemis going to launch 200,000-300,000 people maybe. Who the heck knows what's going to happen? It's on a weekend now, right? And the ships are apparently coming in and coming out the Cape. It is going to be a zoo over by the Cape. Matt, remember the bucket? Yeah, I remember the ping pong ball. And you'd get the poor little girl that would drop it like they would miss the first bucket. Paula Thompson, you are not on Bozo. You got to send us a picture. I got a really good skit from the WGN. I'll share it. They did a story on the drunk, my drunk donkey T-shirt. The morning show was really good. Didn't even know they did it. Somebody's like, "Hey, you were on WGN." The producer sent me a copy. You got a lot of fourth cousins in the USA. Well, you know, if you're from Alabama and you're a fourth cousin, you could be husband wife. Dad jokes. Oh crap! I just knocked. The dogs are looking at me. They're ready to go in attack mode. Everybody else's dogs are barking. They know I'm messing with them. They're looking right at me. I did that. You're right. Johnny, yeah, we do. We were there last night. Come on, hang out, man. Taco Tuesday. Yeah, we were there last night. We were supposed to go to Emily's open house, but I thought it was kind of weird. Junior. Not really into that anymore. So we chose tacos. Tacos. Anything else we can ramble about? I'm in a ramble mood today. I got to put my podcast up. Got a lot of new Brew Crew members. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Obviously, you don't have to be a Brew Crew member, but we've over the years, everybody's always wanted to contribute, and I always did things a little different. And if you subscribe to the page, we have a lot of perks. And really, Cat 1 is the coolest perk because yearly subscribers, we mail you a Christmas card and a sticker end of the year. So I look forward to that. Julie does them all. You know, Shelly works on the list for me, and it's become a tradition. This will be our third year, actually. Or fourth year. Fourth year, Shelly, or third? I don't know. But we mail them out, and of course, Cat 3s get a little bit more. Cat 5s get a lot. We have this is our 1 year anniversary of starting the Cat 5 subscriber list, and Cat 5 subscribers get a cool shirt. It says Cat 5 subscriber. It's a unique shirt. Everybody gets one mailed to them. If you haven't got one, please reach out. It's a very hard process, and Shelly and Julie work hard on that. But if you haven't got one, we'll take care of you. We'll make sure nothing happened. But anyway, so we're entering our second year of Cat 5s, and we're going to have a new design. So if you're a second year Cat 5, we'll have a nice new design mailed before the end of the year. I haven't designed it yet. So look forward to that. Thinking something. Got an idea. Let's just end it here real quick. I like this model map. I like to compare the forecast. Check this out. This is really cool. So we can put all the spaghetti on one line. I love this model map. This one, we just throw them all on there. If you want spaghetti, here you go. Here are your spaghetti models for Invest 91. Isn't that cool looking, man? I might post that. And then somebody's going to say, "Why are you hyping? You got lines going to the Bahamas." I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." Candy, that's cool. No worries. I just appreciate all the support. We are crowdfunded, and the website is really. John, no, not the new people. No, they get the same one. We get the same shirt. So all 1 year Cat 5ers get the same shirt. And if anything ever happens to it, just reach out to me. I know how things go. Sometimes you get a little bigger. Or sometimes the dogs pee on them. I'll never forget the funny story. Emily was doing her end of the year softball banquet, and she bought this nice little dress, and she hung it up on her door, went to school. Well, you know what dogs do, right? Dogs like to mark their territory. Luckily, they're little dogs, but she came home and figured out little Hunter probably peed on her dress. Her and Julie had to spend an hour trying to clean it last second. And the whole banquet, Emily's like, "You smell that?" She was so paranoid. Nobody smelled it. I mean, the dogs don't pee that much, but it was funny. It was funny. All right, so hey, we'll be off doing tomorrow. There's really not to talk about. We won't be going live tonight. Johnny, it's called Oldsmar Tap House. It's a great little spot here in Oldsmar. Support local, man. The guy's really nice. His name's Chris, the owner. Tammy, I believe Harvey was a 4. It might have been a 5, but landfall was not a 5. There's only been 4 landfalling 5s in U.S. Continental U.S. history. So, all right. Well, I told Mom I'd be over there for coffee at 11:30, so I got to go. We'll be back tomorrow, and hope you enjoy your day. There's really no weather to talk about today. Flooding in Texas. You know, they all ask for rain. Guess what, Texas? You're getting it. You might not want it, but you're getting it. All right, be good, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.